Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you again for watching another one of my videos. And please hit the like, share, and subscribe button if you like the content that I've been putting out and help me grow my channel. I would truly appreciate it. Well, today is going to be on my top baits for April. Oh, April is here, almost. But when April gets here, boy, the fishing is going to be on. The fish will be spawning for the most part in the central part of the U.S. where I live. Down south, Texas, Florida, you're probably already in some post-spawn. Up north, you're probably still pretty cold, and you won't get any spawning action unless, I don't know, if y'all are going to get the warm weather that we're getting ready to get. We just got through with the cold front. If y'all get the warm weather we're getting ready to get, we're going to have 90-degree days. 90-degree days, and we're still in March. Today's March the 18th, and in a couple of days it's gonna be 90 freaking degrees. That's July weather. Go from the ice chest into the into the frying pan. Good night. But anyway, if y'all get weather like we're getting ready to get, if it's warm up y'all's way, you may be spawning in April too. But anyway, my top baits for April is some of my favorite ways to catch fish. I just can't wait. But number one, True Faith Custom Baits buzz bait. Can't go wrong with them. You will catch a ton of fish on True Faith Custom Bait buzz bait, and it's the right time of year. Those fish is moving up shallow to spawn, and they will hit that buzz bait. Anytime the water is over 50, I am throwing a buzz bait. I throw it around brush, weeds, boat docks, buck brush, lay downs, over top of stumps, over the top of rock piles, right where the deeper water hits the spawning flats. That area right there, there's a transition area right there, and you can parallel the bank right there where it's deeper. Parallel the bank, put that buzz bait right up against the bank, and parallel that bank, and they will come up and annihilate it. Number two is going to be kind of a category, because some days they will bite each one of these three baits better than the other. So what you're going to want to do, you're going to have to experiment and see which one of these baits are going to work the best for that day. Number one, of course, spinner bait. I love a spinner bait. It and a buzz bait is tied. Spinner bait, buzz bait fishing is my favorite fishing of all time. I love it. If I could do that 12 months out of the year, I would only have two baits: a True Faith Custom Bait spinner bait and a True Faith Custom Bait buzz bait, and that's all the tackle I would have. I wouldn't have all this other stuff. If I could get them to bite that well enough to win all my tournaments on that and catch big fish on it all the time, those are the only two baits I would own. Anyway, okay, we got the buzz bait, spinner bait. Next is chatterbait. Still, those fish are still chomping. You can run that chatterbait around cover and stuff and catch them. And thirdly in this category is the swim jig. The swim jig in April, that's when the swim jig starts to really shine for me. I put it up in the weed beds, into the thickest part of a weed bed, or in the thickest part of a treetop. just any of that, just any of the thick cover that I can get that swim jig in, or along a weed line, or right along a boat dock float. You know, the swim jig is awesome, because people that's been running the spinner baits and chatter baits down through there, making all that noise. If you're behind boats and you see them throwing spinner baits and chatter baits, get that swim jig out and follow behind them, and you are going to catch bass, and you're going to catch some big bass. For some reason, I can do that with that swim jig, and I can make people mad. I mean, they get plumb mad me following behind them catching bass. And but that swim jig is going to work. You can pitch that and treetops and brush and all kinds of stuff, and it comes out really well. It doesn't hang up really bad, and you can catch a lot of big bass. And number 3 is going to be a square bill crankbait. I'll be throwing that during the month of April. Throw it around your brush and rocks and riprap and all that, and fish shallow with it around cover, and you're gonna get those fish to come out. And again, one of my favorite baits to fish, and I catch a lot of big fish on it, is the old True Faith custom bait Wobblehead. And it's going to have a big bite bait fighting frog or a Zoom Z-Craw on it, and I'm going to be reeling it along the bottom just like it's a crankbait. I'm going to be running it along there just like the crankbait, but it's something a little different, and it will get you a lot of bites. So don't forget about using the Wobblehead and those plastics, your favorite plastics for a Wobblehead. That's another way to throw a Senko. I put a Senko on a Wobblehead, and they will annihilate that. If they don't want something with a lot of movement, you can put that Senko on there, and they'll come down and swallow that thing. So those are my top baits, what I will be throwing in the month of April. You will catch a ton of fish throwing these baits, and they are some of the funnest baits that you will throw all season. I love throwing reaction baits, moving baits. I'm not the big slow fisherman. I do it. I mean, I love to jig fish, and I mean, I make my own jigs, and I love fishing them. But I would much rather be throwing a spinner bait and buzz bait and swim jig if I can at all get by with it. And a jig, I'll have a jig tied on to. If you got flooded buckbrush, flooded weeds and stuff, you can pitch a jig in there and catch some by golly monsters. But anyway, it's about time for the kids to come get in the car. I'm gonna get off of here. You all have a blessed week and weekend, and I will see you guys out on the water.